It's one way Monet 808 with the dollar sign. Don't act like you don't know. You see what that say? Come on, stop playing with me. Here's what real quick synopsis of why your claims get denied, okay? Working in the financial field for I don't want to say 20 years. I was about to say I don't even want to know. That's how long. Finance and healthcare. And I'm gonna tell you right now, over $100,000, your claim get denied. I said over $100,000, your claim get denied, babe. This is what they don't tell you about terminal illnesses. This is what they don't tell you about medications that they hope that you don't need it. Because the reason why your claim gets denied is because they say there is no hope. You get cancer and you're on Medicare, Medicaid, all they're going to offer you is chemotherapy. And chemotherapy in itself is $100,000. If the chemotherapy doesn't work, they'll discontinue it. They put you on medication and then put you in hospice. I had a lady, story time, call me and other reps in the healthcare industry, the largest healthcare industry in Philadelphia. Everybody know what it is. I think they fall under this UMG umbrella. They're in the business of making money, not uh soothing your feelings. They don't care if you live or die, babe. I'm sorry. There's a cap. Back to the story. Lady called me for 6 months, called the whole customer service area because couldn't understand why her claim kept getting denied for her terminally ill son. Verizon will turn your older broken phone in. Her terminally ill son. And he had been diagnosed with leukemia. He was only 6. You know how they do at Children's Hospital at first. See, if you get in with Children's Hospital or Shriners, their care is 100% covered. But it's a lottery for that. They'll literally tell you they're no longer going to be covering chemotherapy. They're no longer going to be covering extended stays. They'll send the child home with a home care nurse, which then you got to fight with your health insurance agency to have someone come out to see if you're eligible to have a round the clock nurse. And it's just tragedy on top of tragedy on top of tragedy for the parents or for an adult of someone who does not understand that the healthcare system is a business. Why do you think all of these expats come over here from other countries and they get into healthcare? You say to yourself, every Asian wants to be a doctor? No. But he knows what we don't. In his country, he's not going to get paid the top dollar to be a surgeon. They're on what they call a sliding sliding scale fee. A surgeon over in Tokyo probably make $13 an hour USD dollars. It's a business. If this particular study doesn't show that chemotherapy in this particular stages that your loved one is in or you, they're not going to offer you the top dollar procedures because number one, your insurance company is going to deny it. Deny, deny, deny. And I tell you, I worked in claims. I act like I couldn't do the job just so they could bust me back down to customer service. I didn't want to do it. The people there, it would give you a headache, number one. You be having all kind of migraines, all kind of nightmares and shit because it's sad to hear somebody calling and crying about not being cared for by their insurance company and they're paying their premium. But dig this. This is what I want to say, and I'm not trying to be fucking mean. Do you hear me? How much is your premium, babe? All right. How much did your job match that? All right. How much is the health insurance or the actual procedure to help $100,000 or more? Let's make it make sense, babe. They talking about dollars and cents. You only paying $40 towards your health insurance premium. That's how they look at it. Sorry. This the short synopsis of why you get your fucking claims denied. Take it from a rep who been call center face to face, on the phone, in finance, and in healthcare. You see this right here? We would have to have liquor, little bottles of liquor, baby, in our drawer. You think it's funny to give your workers PTSD and motherfuckers only getting paid $13 an hour? You think it's funny that you only come to work 3 days a week and you got pure D banker hours, 12 to 3 bars? You think it's funny that your bottom line is the only thing that you care about, and when it comes time to cut them checks for your employee bonuses, a bitch only walk away with $150? Fuck you. And then you gonna put my name in a raffle talking about something I could win an iPad. But you already know who you gonna get that iPad to. The resident flunky. They'll go around talking about everybody in the office, running fucking interference up there beyond the glass ceiling, talking about everybody's personal business, trying to get brownie points. No, the bitch don't want to move up. She want to be the local busybody for 40 years on the fucking sugarcane cutting factory floor, helping deny claims until it's her. You ever see one of your co-workers who done got their own claim denied? Don't they go directly to the supervisor, the director of the claim department, like, yo, I can't believe you see this. Why did I work here? I work here. All of this. But I work here though. And they say the same thing to the employees. How much do you think you put into your damn premium? $35, if that. So you get what you get, babe, even with private insurance. And I heard that I thought they went up to 300,000. Private insurance, I thought, I don't know. I never worked for private insurance. Mm-mm. Always work for the major companies, and I know how they do it. So all y'all sitting up here giving y'all supposed this could have had this, why I had, yeah, we all know why he got what he got, because of anger, because of anger, because of anger, because of denials, all of this. And if y'all saw that movie on Netflix, I forget the name of the movie. It was a short series about this lady who had opened up her own health insurance company, just like they do in the bust down neighborhood, a little home health care agency, and she partnered with a young girl that knew how to finagle the claims. And what happened was she would get the claims information in the name of the client, and this woman who had her own healthcare agency would go visit the client at their home and finagle the client to come looking at the agency. Oh, you live alone, you don't have no family. She made sure they ain't had no family close by or that lived with them. She targeted widows that got left everything. Two baby, some of them she would get them to her agency, give them a drink, and they would get woozy and lock the door. Had them sign the paperwork. All they did was come there to take a look at the place. By the time they wake up, they in a a hospital gown, locked in a room. It's a nice room. It was a high class um home health care agency where, what do they call, not hospice, but an old folks home. But they have a wish name for it. See, she had money, so they didn't want to call it old folks home. A resting care place, if you will. A resting care place. knocking them out. They waking up with all of their assets transferred to this woman's name. Then she started drugging them so that she had a doctor on her team that knew how to advance dementia. On God. They was already halfway there, right? He tipped them right over the edge until one woman came out of her stupor. What did I tell you? And she was trying to break out of the nursing home. The resting place. And baby, she got a hold of somebody that was leaving out their cell phone. And what dementia? She remembered every son that guess what was in Cosa Nostra. See, you don't know who you be fucking with. They did not know she was connected. And so what happened was she was running interference with this one patient who's literally escaped because some people came up there and snatched her in the vehicle and took off and they said they was going to get her. I don't know how she wiggled away from that, but what happened was she hired bodyguards and everything to protect her. One day she was coming out of a spa and she had just the day before fleeced another old lady out of her millions, right? She was coming out of a spa, she was giggling, walking, and got, just the same way the CEO got in these videos. Shoot in broad day, shoot in broad day, shoot in broad day. Lady baby, he shot in broad day. He shot in broad day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Little lady baby. Oh, hey, that's how it look. Look like a sanctioned hit now. We seen this picture. They talking about he was light skinned. I knew that either meant brown or Asian. Because if he was black, they would have specifically said black. They said brown, light skin. Normally, when they talk about light skinned blacks, they usually preface it with black at the end. So we knew he wasn't black. So calm down, y'all. Damn. Oh, God. It's crazy, ain't it? But having the inside bird's eye view to literally having to deny people. It's my job, eh? Just like they tell you in the call center when they're quality your calls, quality control. It's my job, babe. I had to write you up. So here's the thing. If I don't say the script and they tell me I can't veer from the script. So what I'm supposed to say, that's not right. All on a recorded line, that's not right. You right, girl. United States ain't shit. How they gonna turn their back on these children and kids, bars? No. I do apologize, Miss Nancy. According to the bylaws and byways, you are unable to receive this third scheduled chemotherapy visit for little Brian. The reason being is that you have met your cap. Now, Miss Nancy, Miss Cindy, whoever she is, she know that. But she want to make us think about it, and she has a right to. But here's what you know, babe. Your premium was only $50 a month. And even if you got kids and it was up to $200 a month, babe, that chemotherapy is $10,000 every day. Every time they hook that bitch up and plug it into the wall. As soon as they turn that button on, it seems like they got a timer on that bitch. It's $100,000 a day. As far as they're concerned, it's not something they can manage. It's not like HIV. It's not like high blood pressure. It's not like the sugar that can be managed. Cancer spreads all over your body. They can take a metastasize out your titty. Yeah, I'm being graphic. 2 years later, they come right back, and then when they see the scan, it's all over your body, and they tell you in remission. And then you just go for a checkup. Oh my God, the cancer done spread to the tip of your fingernails. It's an uncontrollable disease. It cannot be controlled like all these other like STDs and all. It cannot be controlled, y'all. They could put a man on the moon, but they can't figure out how to do the important shit. Like figure out how to get rid of all of these man-made diseases. Because I'm just saying that they have leukemia and all of that back in the day in biblical days. They didn't have all of these diseases. I mean, when a woman bled uncontrollably, and what they call that in modern day times is like maybe a tumor in your uterus. You know what I mean? And for some women, they bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed and bleed because it's leaning up against their uterus. Now, back then, they called that a woman that had an issue of blood. Now, we know about the feminine issues that women had today that they document in the Bible that's still true today. But when we talk about leprosy, we know that exists. We see people today. I seen a man the other day on a bus that had leprosy. It's little bumps all over your body and face and hands. That's leprosy. And you're literally born with that. Yeah. Two parents get together with leprosy, their child will have leprosy. It's not something that they don't know how Jesus did it, but all they know in modern day times, they still ain't found the cure. Do you think if they had a test study to get rid of leprosy in the modern day times that was over $100,000, that man they would only give it to somebody who's rich. And the procedure would be so evasive that person would pass away anyway. Understand chemotherapy is dangerous. They tell you gotta sign a document like an NDA to say they ain't responsible if you pass away because it's literally radioactive waves that they burning your damn body with. It costs. It costs, babe, and I know it's hurting some of y'all feelings, but the veil is being lifted in politics and healthcare on the bricks. Everywhere you at, all fugazis will be brought to task. That's just the way of the world. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season. Turn, turn, turn. A time to love and a time to hate. What don't you understand about this? It has to happen this way. And we gotta be talking about you. That's the only way the shit gonna get uncovered and get better. Like we talking about the demonic Hollywood. How we gonna talk about all of this and then expect nothing not to change? So we gonna be talking about this shit for 20 years and the same perpetrators is just gonna be repeated. They're gonna have another Diddy up there in 54321 come January 2025. Fuck Beyonce and what she going through. They already got somebody waiting in the wings. Her name is T.Y. Savage. Cardi B still out there, and she said, "Baby, I don't think I'm on the tapes." Nicki done. TD Cake's done. They start done. And now we want to start denying them like they denied us. Let's do it all in unison. And as I can see in the metaverse, this is what we doing, babe. Now, I'm going to say this. It's not right that he had to lose his life for us to uncover what we already knew. Those of us who worked in the game. Anytime you only see these execs at Christmas parties, what kind of work is he really doing, my babe? What kind of work is he really doing? And the exec below him only come to work 3 days a week. He got beyond banker hours. He only worked from 12 to 3. It's not fair. They uncovered your whole stilo. You only paying your customer service reps $13. Retention and sales, which is what I was in, you get $18. All the way up to $36. And then, well, that's saying something. The base rate need to be 36 and up for the PTSD and the stress that you give your reps and the mismanagement and micromanagement you do, tethering your reps to their seats where they can't even get up and go to the bathroom, feel like we working at Amazon or Wendy's or something. It's a glorified, these call centers and stuff is glorified fast food restaurants for healthcare and finance. Now you heard it here first, babe. You already know who I am. If you like what I said, you know the rest. You know the rest. Just be careful out there and pray that you don't get no major disease that they're not willing to medicate you for a lifetime. Now go figure how, if you got a crystal ball and you I dream a genie, I guess you can navigate your way through life to escape tragedy, but that ain't how none of this works, babe. I just wanted to let y'all know. Stay safe.